Angel Reese, the most coddled, babied professional athlete in all of sports, continues to be the most babied and coddled professional athlete in all of sports, continues to have her peers say, "You go, girl. You be unapologetically yourself."
Angel Reese entered the press conference with the poise of a celebrity expecting a red carpet, only to end up seated beside Ariel Atkins, who carried herself less like a teammate and more like a daycare manager moonlighting in the WNBA.
Angel Reese, the basketball player, is a hard-to-figure mix of extreme strength and pathetic weakness. And because she talks a lot and complains a lot and self-promotes a whole lot, she's going to open herself up to lots and lots of criticism.
A grown woman actually called a 23-year-old pro athlete a kid and urged the media to shield her from the tough questions about her performance. Welcome to the participation trophy era of the WNBA, where shooting 31% from the field earns you a safety net instead of scrutiny.
Angel Reese had her first good game of the season. Hey, Mr. Interview Reporter Man, what kind of message do you think that could possibly send? One good game out of 9? What message can that actually send to people? Oh, you see that? Every 9 games, Angel Reese, she's guaranteed to have one. Yeah, she shut me up. She had her one good game. Ooh, she had a double-double too. Oh man, she shut me up. Nothing I can say about that.
This is a 23-year-old kid, Atkins said, motioning toward Reese like she was presenting a toddler at show and tell. She went on about the crap Reese deals with daily, praising her for the sheer courage it apparently takes to show up to a job that pays her 6 figures. How heroic. Quick, someone hand her a medal for doing what adults everywhere call Tuesday.
23-year-old kid, and the amount of crap that she gets on a day-to-day, she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got like about our team, basketball-wise, we appreciate it, but all the other nonsense, like, it's irrelevant. Like, we here to play basketball and do what we do. We having a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, like, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't gonna break her down for that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball, maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that.
Yeah. I know today wasn't as you expected, but how does it feel to win BET Sportswoman of the Year for the 3rd time?
But here's the kicker. Atkins insisted reporters keep their questions strictly basketball-wise, dismissing everything else as irrelevant noise. Mom, this isn't recess at a grade school. These are professional athletes in the public spotlight, cashing professional-level checks. And with that comes professional-level accountability.
It's a part of it, unfortunately. It's a part of it. Being famous, being popular, it all comes with it, right? The good, the bad.
The sheer audacity, watching Angel Reese get emotional over her subpar performance, only for Atkins to swoop in like a self-appointed basketball superhero. With a straight face, she actually said, her crown is heavy. Heavy with what, exactly? The burden of backsliding from an already shaky 39% field goal rate to a dismal 31%. If that's the crown in question, then yes, it should be heavy. Heavy with the weight of underperformance and expectations left in the dust.
What I kept saying about Angel Reese last season, and I'll drive it home again right here, right now, I'm not sure anybody has ever paid to see rebounding. Logo threes and magic passes, yeah, they will pay like crazy to watch Caitlin Clark. They'll pack NBA-sized arenas to watch Caitlin Clark. But Angel, for all your charisma and all your charm, all your highly entertaining social media presence, if you can score only 4 against the Fever without Caitlin and look laughably bad doing so, you can't say you're playing as big a part in the WNBA's exploding ratings as Caitlin is. You just can't say that. You can't make that.
If you're enjoying this, feel free to subscribe. But let's address the elephant in the room. That hypocrisy so thick you could slice it with a butter knife. Angel Reese chose the villain role. She openly embraced being the bad guy, said she was ready for the backlash, and positioned herself as the foil to Caitlin Clark's hero arc. That wasn't assigned to her. She claimed it. So why are we suddenly acting like tough questions are off limits now that the narrative isn't going her way?
I see what the Slows are doing. What are they doing? Now they're going to victimize Angel Reese and throw a national pity party to distract everyone from the disastrous performance she and this squad are displaying every game. Can't fool me. Damn it. It's that obvious, huh? It's that noticeable what they're doing, isn't it?
But now that the criticism is finally coming her way, suddenly Angel Reese needs protection. This is the same Angel Reese who spent her rookie year boldly claiming, "People are watching women's basketball because of me too, not just one person." The same Angel Reese who openly celebrated when Kennedy Carter sheep-shotted Caitlin Clark. The same Angel Reese who couldn't stop bringing up Clark's name in interviews and press conferences. But now, when a reporter dares to ask about her own comments on her role in the league's popularity, she cuts them off with a sharp, next question. You don't get to spend months building your brand around being the villain, only to cry victim the moment people start treating you like one.
Angel, what actually happened on the Lakers call?
You saw it.
I couldn't tell what happened. Like, what was it looked
We ran into each other.
possibly like you even stepped on her foot. Like it was as incidental as that.
You can go look at it. Okay? Great. Next.
Second from the right.
Let's be clear, this season has been a collapse for Angel Reese. She's averaging 10.1 points on just 35.8% shooting, numbers that are brutal for a second-year player expected to take the next step. Even worse, she's hitting only 31.8% of her 7.3 attempts per game in the restricted area. That's historically bad, worse than any player in WNBA history with that volume in the paint. This isn't a slump. It's a breakdown of the basics. Meanwhile, the media keeps pushing a rivalry with Caitlin Clark. But Clark is averaging 17.1 points and 8.2 assists as a rookie, leading the league in assists. Reese has 13.6 points and just 1.8 assists this year. Clark is delivering an MVP-level season. Reese is struggling to finish layups. This isn't a rivalry, it's a mismatch.
This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry, based on her range and the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese, stop it.
The Chicago Sky reshaped their roster around Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, trading the No. 3 pick for Ariel Atkins and adding veteran leadership. The result? A 2-6 record and the worst point differential through 2 games in league history. Even ESPN ranked their young core just 7th, citing Reese's underperformance. And when asked about her struggles finishing at the rim, Reese shut down. She dodges questions, gets defensive, and lets Atkins step in to deflect criticism. This is the same player who embraced being the villain, but now can't handle being held accountable for missing layups.
All the scrutiny you do receive online and stuff like that nature, you know, what kind of messages a game like this send to them, as well as just the kind of momentum that this could build for you throughout the season?
Yeah, obviously don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind the keyboard for a reason, and I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Milla today, like, she felt like she was having a rough day, and I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you picked me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
Second row on the left.
Then Atkins has the nerve to say Angel Reese carries herself with grace. Really? Is that what we're calling it when someone celebrates teammates committing flagrant fouls? When they dodge legitimate questions about their performance? When they brag about having special whistles, but wilt the moment the scrutiny turns on them? If that's grace, we hate to see what Atkins considers poor sportsmanship. The most frustrating part of this whole circus is the double standard playing out in real time. Caitlin Clark takes flagrant fouls, cheap shots, and still answers every question with poise. Angel Reese commits a flagrant, shoots 0 for 8, and suddenly reporters are told to stick to basketball-wise questions. One player raises the bar. The other insists to be lowered to meet her.
Angel Reese has been nothing but coddled. She's been nothing but babied. She wins participation trophies to keep her name in the media. Over gold medalists, over Olympians, over people who actually instill change. I'm not sure where, other than online, where any of this negativity can really come from.
For Caitlyn to have a foil figure helps when you, Angel, play the villain role, when your Sky play her Fever, but foil figures don't draw by themselves. They need to play off superstars. I could be wrong, Angel, but I'm not sure any kid has ever asked a parent to be taken to a game to see Angel, Reese,